Carolina. Is this now where, like, Carolina, you feel pretty good about them? And you know, for me, again, saw them twice last week, and they look disinterested, disconnected, soft. Their bigs especially did not battle at all. You know, I was shocked, to be honest, at how soft they were up front. I love Caleb Love. I think he's a terrific talent. And he had another big game tonight. He ended up with 22 points, 4 assists, 4-7 from 3. So he showed up and kind of fought back. But, you know, again, Hubert Davis, rookie head coach now. It's going to take some time for them. He loaded up with transfers. But, you know, are you guys, Rob, you concerned still? Do you feel like this Carolina team's just going to be – the good thing is there's no clear number 2 team in the ACC anyway. Somebody's got to finish second. It may as well be Carolina.
Might as well be Carolina. Yeah, I think I'm taking like a wait and see type approach, just because I'm so unsure on Michigan. I thought Baycott played well tonight. You know, 11 and 14, had a couple blocks. He battled Hunter Dickinson when he was in there. I just am not sure. Defensively, they've been so bad. I don't think that you can take enough away from tonight to be able to tell of what Carolina is going to be, especially down the road when you're looking at 2 or 3 months from now. But you're right about Caleb Love. He's been awesome this season. I just, like everybody, this is what everybody's going to say. You worry about Carolina. Can they guard anybody? Tonight, the answer was yes.
Yeah, I mean, again, the answer was yes, but was it as much as Michigan just being inept offensively and kind of looking that way, turning the ball over a lot this year, not making threes? I mean, Hunter Dickinson, I think, had as many points as fouls tonight. I think he finished with 4 of each. So, you know, again, was this more of just kind of Carolina and whatever it takes, right? Terrence, you've been through this. Whatever it takes to get a win and start to feel good about yourself when you had an awful couple days last weekend at Mohegan Sun.
Yeah, and defensively tonight was the first night where I kind of saw some scheme. Like, it's going to take Hubert Davis a little time to figure out, I guess, how to be that main guy in in a defensive system. Tonight, they had a direct plan. Like, whenever we played against Roy and those guys, you knew they were going to get up in the passing lanes. They were going to be really physical at the 4 and the 5, and they were going to put pressure on the ball. Against Brown, they were just kind of disinterested. Against some of these other teams, just disinterested. Tonight, you kind of saw that they had put together a game plan. As soon as that ball hits the post, they're going to trap hard, and the guys rotated correctly. It's so easy to say, hey, we need to defend. And I didn't really see Carolina have a scheme defensively against some of these lesser opponents. Tonight, whenever they knew that Hunter Dickinson was coming in, there was a plan in place right away, and guys knew where to go defensively.
Well, I feel like, too, when you're called soft, and they heard it, let's face it, they've heard it for the last few days. They knew it for the last few days. If you can't come back from that and at least play hard, there's something wrong, right? They have the talent. We know that. Armando Baycott's playing against his AU teammate tonight in Hunter Dickinson. You don't think he wants that one?
Yeah. And offensively, they've got pieces. I mean, coming into tonight, they had 4 guys averaging almost 14 and above. Like, these guys can score. Dawson Garcia was a great addition, and they space the floor, and they can really shoot the basketball when they get the ball moving into the paint and kicking out and everything. So it's a Carolina team that still needs time. I like the wait and see approach, like Robbie said, because Hubert, man, he's almost a madman down there on the sideline. Have you guys taken a peek at this guy whenever he's coaching?
On the foul, there was a foul they called, right? And he was incensed. Taking his passes off.
No, he gets out of his mind at times.
Yeah, he just paces and starts talking to himself. It's so opposite of what Roy would do. Like, Roy would get pissed off once a game and get fired up and all red in the face. That was pretty much it. Like, Hubert is like Panic Attack City down there on the sideline. Like, it's awesome. It's awesome to watch.
So second in the ACC. Let's go through it now. Who are you picking? I mean, Duke's clear number 1. Louisville doesn't look good. NC State barely got past Nebraska. Florida State got blitzed by Purdue. Virginia Tech hasn't looked great. Clemson, we won't even talk about. Virginia's looked awful. Miami stinks. Syracuse got one last night, but they haven't been great. Notre Dame's been bad. I'm not even going to get into Pitt, BC, Wake. Again, you run through that list. That is an awful, awful league right now. Awful. ACC. Awful. It sucks. It sucks. It was bad last year. It sucks right now.
Yeah, I mean, I wish I could defend it at a better rate than what I'm going to be able to, but I'd say Carolina second. And a lot of those schools too, Jeff, you got to think they're in transition. Like Virginia's in transition. Like Reese Beekman's close, but he's not quite there yet. Caden Shedrick's close. He's not quite there yet.
They're a year away.
They're a year away. And it's almost like Coach Bennett knew this. And he's like, I'm going to take Gardner. I'm going to take Armand Frank, and I'm going to try to soften the blow a little bit. But next year, we're going to be some dudes. That team's going to be good about the end of January. So I can put them in the top 3 or 4. But I think it's Duke, Carolina, drop off. I mean, it's Duke, drop off, Carolina, drop off. And then you got that Virginia, Louisville, Florida State tire next. And it's tough right now. And I knew this was coming. I knew the ACC slander was coming. I had to mentally callous myself.
All we got to do is just throw up those Big Ten ACC challenge numbers for the last 12 years, and there's nothing you can say.